guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Rena. If you're new here, then welcome. Today we are going through all of the retinol skincare product I've used in the year of 2023, giving you guys my feedback, my personal recommendations, and we're going to look at the concentration so we can see which these products are designed for which type of audience, exactly what skin types, etc. If it sounds like there's something you are interested, let's continue watching. And if you enjoyed this video, don't forget to give me a like towards the end of the video. I did one similar video in the year of 2023 for everything in 2022, if that makes sense. So if you're looking for some products that I didn't mention, I might have already mentioned it previously, so don't forget to check the video out after this one. So before we dive into the actual product, I want to quickly recap on why we're talking about retinol, vitamin A, this ingredient separately for a separate video, because it got so popular. And the reason why it got so popular is because anti-aging is the ultimate goal for skincare, and this is the ingredient has the most scientific background evidence. Studies and articles prove that it's actually doing some good anti-aging things for our skin. Obviously, the ingredient they're talking about is the retinoid acid, which is also well known as tretinoid, and it is a prescription ingredient here in Australia, and it can have some super powerful effect to the people, not just anti-aging but also like side effects, peeling, irritations, and stinging on the skin, etc. And it does not work with all other ingredients. You have to be kind of mindful when you're using it, and on the days when you're not, what you're meant to do to help your skin, etc. Which is tricky, because I feel like if you're loving my channel and you watch something like this, you probably would have multiple skincare products and many steps in your skincare routine, and therefore the retinol over-the-counter version is much a mild option, and it's a better alternative that you can still pair with almost everything that you're using anyway. For retinol, it does need to take one-step conversion into retinoid acid. That means you might lost something, so the concentration is really important. Generally speaking, anything equal or greater than 0.25%, it's definitely gonna work for you. Less than that, it's just questionable, because by the time it converted into the retinoid acid, you might have a little bit of left, like little to nothing left. Though you might lose some retinoid acid by applying retinol, you also receive less bad reactions, so really mild reactions, or to me, I'm having no reaction at this stage now. So let's have a look all the product that I've used in the year of 2023 and how do I think about them. First, we're gonna go with this Neutrogena Rapid Wrinkle Repair Regenerating Cream. This one having retinol, and we having a 0.13% retinol here. Straight away, we know the general agreed concentration is 0.25, so this is one of those really beginner friendly, and they do have a different range for their rapid like retinoid series in the Neutrogena lines. They have a pro version, I think this is a medium version, they have an even milder version if you're super sensitive that you just want to try it. It retails for $55 for 48 grams, so it is quite expensive if you purchase it at full price. So don't waste your money to purchase when it's full price with no other offers. What I really like about this cream is the texture. It's a nice creamy texture. It has a bit of a heaviness in its body, and that is super good during the winter time, or you use it as nighttime. I didn't say if it's for morning and night, but I mainly to use retinol cream at nighttime, so I don't have to worry about too much, and I can use some other creams during the day based on the desire. Sometimes I want some makeup, so I want a cream is a slightly different type. This one feels so good. You can apply a thick layer, it still have no heavy feeling on the face, although the cream itself have a bit of heaviness in its body. During the summertime, you can do a light layer, and it absorbs really quick into the skin. Like the second you apply it until the next day, you can feel it's moisturizing your skin. And this is a common feedback from both me and my mom. And my mom have a drier skin where I'm having combo to oily, and it just works for the both of us. The other downside is the one I'm having is fragrance version. I do not remember if they do have a fragrance free one. I really need to check it out, and maybe I'll leave a text somewhere here, remind myself, the editing Rena, to let you guys know. But apart from the fragrance, I do think it's a really good cream in general, but as a retinol cream, I think it's really good for someone never ever experienced retinol before. You really want to tip your toes into the world of retinol, like really small baby steps. Other than that, if you're more advanced, this might not be the retinol that you want, but it is a good cream in general speaking. Next, let's talk about a serum from Olay. This is their Retinol 24 Night Serum Fragrance-Free version. It retails for $59.99 for 30 ml. Again, it's so pricey for a drugstore. I've never think about drugstore can over $40, but now obviously inflation rates and everything, it is very expensive. What I really like about this one, start with the packaging. The purple packaging with the silver cap is absolutely bang in my alley. And they also have a like reflection silvery. I don't know if you can see. It's just so beautiful. And I was happened to use another Olay serum at the time. It was white in packaging. So the pair of them together is just like on my vanity is really, really good. I know this has nothing to do with this ingredient or the product at all. Like we haven't talked about anything. Already it's winning for some points, and I think that is part of the marketing, and they are winning. And they also have this lock and draw system as well, so you don't have to worry about doing separate steps. By the time you open it, they've already got product ready, and usually it's one twist is full amount for the face. It only gets a bit trickier towards the very end, and then you have to go upside down to dump everything out. But I found I have no trouble using it, and I feel like I've used every last drop of this serum. For the serum itself, it's a really creamy, light, runny texture. It's kind of like a milky in color. It feels really nice and moisturizing on the face, but the concentration in here is less than 0.3%. So I don't know if it's 0.0001 or it's greater than 0.25. It's kind of in a question area, but we know it's less than 0.3. So they're trying to say it's not so strong that it will cause irritation to the skin, but it might not be enough to actually become a retinol serum. I would love to recommend this again to someone never used retinol before. If you're an Olay lover, you want to try, you can pick between the serum or the cream. You don't need to have everything. You could just go with one as a start, and then to see how you feel about it, and then maybe try some other things like a really good introductory product when they're on sale. Otherwise, I think they're a bit too expensive. And also, a lot of the really affordable retinol serum, you guys might think of the ordinary straight away. They are either really high in concentration or they're low in concentration but mixed with squalane oil, and I do not like squalane on my face because I'm a combo skin. So if you have a dry skin type, the ordinary will be a good to start. If you're like me, then obviously not. I still use those oils pretty often, and I use on my body as a nice antioxidant body oil. So that is why you don't see those in my empties, because for my face, they just don't have a place in my skincare routine for my skin type. Let's then talk about a department store one, which is the KIEHL'S Retinol Skin Renewing Daily Microdose Serum. I've used the travel size in the year of 2023, and I've used multiple ones in 2024. If you watch my empty videos, you see them already. This one retails for $103 for 30 mils and $141 for 50 mils. So, oh my gosh, they're expensive. But KIEHL'S always have sales, buy one get one free. So these are my free ones. So I got a 50 mil, and they give me all this mini size to make another 50 mil, and then they also have free gifts with over purchases, so you get another whole bunch of free gifts. Plus, sometimes the ShopBack and Cashrewards would have certain amount of dollars back, so you're having multiple stacks of offers, and that's when I would go for it. This one claims to have from 0.1 to 0.3% of retinols. Again, I would think this is an introductory product, or someone has been using retinol on a regular basis but hasn't decided to go to more advanced concentration, then you can kind of repurchase and use this. This is a typical standard cream serum texture. I like it. It comes with a yellowish texture, it feels really moisturizing, and because it's not so light as Olay, I can usually pair with a really runny texture serum if I want to do double serum steps, which is often what I do on a daily basis. So it's a good pair with something else, and then I go for my moisturizers and everything else. I have no complaints about it, but the price as well as the concentration. So for me, I probably will not repurchase this after I finish everything from KIEHL'S. This particular retinol, unless they improve their concentration, I would like to try again. But this is definitely one of those products that if I receive in a gift, I'm more than happy to use it up because it does feel really good. So skincare experience is also very, very important in my opinion. Although we're looking at all these ingredients and one trying to pick the best, you also need to put, it's a really complex thing for skincare. Experience and personal feedback is as important just as the ingredient. Maybe not as important as, but it's pretty important. Then we're moving on to the one that I do think I potentially will see myself repurchase in the future, and this is the number 7 Advanced Retinol 1.5% Complex. They have a new name now, but exactly the same thing. As the name suggested, they have 1.5% retinol complex. They have 0.3% of retinol, and then the rest is another peptide ingredient called Matrixyl 3000. I've talked about these ingredients in one of the videos that I've done at the start of the year. I'll leave a link here when I try all of NG skincare ingredient. So Matrixyl 3000 is basically a peptide. It also helps to fill out the lines and everything. So overall, with the retinol and the peptide, you will have this really useful looking appearances, and yeah, that works, and I think it's a great combo. 0.3% of retinol is definitely more than the minimum threshold, and it's definitely a little bit more over, and I think it's super good for someone in advanced, as the name suggested. So you've been using retinol for years, and you might even be able to use tretinoid every now and then, but you also don't want to expose too high in concentration. Like I do have tretinoid myself, but I rarely use it on my face, especially not all over, but I can use this all over my face and I have no trouble. For the price, it retails for $69.99 for 30 mils. Again, it's very expensive. We're talking about drugstore price line. Priceline always have 20-30% off, so definitely go get when it's like that. And then also this one and Olay from Priceline, you know, they have free gift with purchases, and these two brands are always participating, so maybe that's when you pick it up. So you might not save money, but you get a bit more freebies. If that evaluated well in your mind, then it's worth to give it a go. And I do also enjoy this packaging because it's airtight pump bottle and got photo like this silvery packaging, so you are well protected from sunlight. I feel like it pumps out almost everything, and I didn't feel like I need to cut it and try to use the very last drop out of it. The texture of this one is actually very similar to the KIEHL'S. It comes with a bit of like a cream texture, like a standard cream serum, and it does not irritate it around my skin. So I think the formulation is really good if you are someone being exposed to retinol and you are kind of familiar with it. So I would probably recommend this out of all the ones that I just said if you are already into the retinol world. If you're someone really trying to use retinol, and if you don't know this already, you cannot have vitamin A if you're pregnant. So during the pregnancy, this ingredient is it's a harsh no-no. So what people end up doing is trying something as alternative of retinol, has similar results like a plant-derived version, or like this one, it's called Bio-Retinol. This is the Swisse Bio-Retinol Renewing Night Cream with botanical polypeptides and bakuchiol. So bakuchiol is the alternative, what they say, vegan version, or like the plant-derived friendly version of retinol. The study behind this is kind of like questioning. Some people really believe in it, other people think it's nowhere near. So you have to make up your mind whether it is the alternative, which I like to try it out. And what I really like about this one first is the price. It's $25.99 for 50 grams, and this is full price. Swisse always have half price sales from the chemist, so you get a little bit over 10 bucks for a 50 gram. This price, it's like we're talking 10 years back, and they're still doing it now. So I really like Swisse. Stick to the basics, being a drugstore, and have some really good ingredient in here. So they put in peptide to help fill out the lines, although it's a botanical peptide, which means it might not be as effective as Matrix 3000 like I just mentioned. And same case with the Bakuchino. Don't know much about the concentration, don't know how much is actually going to convert it to work as a retinol, but it's there for you to use. And what I really like about is the texture. It has this great yogurt texture, so light on the face. Use it during the summer is a no trouble, no hassle for an oily combination skin. Even for my mom's dry skin, she really enjoyed it. If you're trying to use it during the winter and you're slightly on the drier side, you might want to pair with a facial oil, or you have some certain days using a heavier cream and you can use it on alternative day. It depends how you feel like it. But I would really consider repurchase because you cover the whole retinol marketing purpose for a moisturizer. It's a great moisturizer. It's a great lightweight moisturizer for my skin, and it's a great price for what it offers. So I think it's winning in a lot of other points. But if you're putting retinol as your main focus, this might not be the one. So I hope that kind of makes sense, and that's pretty much wraps up today's video. If you did enjoy it, don't forget to give me a like and consider subscribe. Leave your comments down below. What kind of like a retinol product that you've tried so far? What's your recommendation? What are the ones you're really interested want me to try? I have a few that I'm trying. There are so many new ones I tried in the year of 2024 so far, so I cannot wait to see you guys, well, next year when I do another roundup. And I'm also doing a vitamin C roundup just like this. So keep your eyes out, maybe stay tuned, and maybe consider subscribe. I hope you all stay safe and stay positive, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye!